President Reagan's trip to Cincinnati last night and our continuing live coverage of that visit forced us to interrupt the report on a woman who, like Mr. Reagan, is well past the alleged age of retirement and also, like the president, is still pretty active. Here in its entirety is the Ina Skaggs story.
Well, that's pretty good. You're going to sew back here on this. See, that fullness is going to be out there.
Ina Skaggs worked as a salesperson and sewing instructor for the Singer Sewing Machine Company for 26 years, but was retired in 1969. Singer had mandatory retirement for anyone with 25 years service in those days. But the former school teacher wasn't ready to hang up her sewing needles and pins.
Mainly because I just like to sew. Like people. I like people. Like to be with them.
So Ina Skaggs went to work for Carl Kramer 12 years ago. Carl sold Kramer's sewing centers to his son Bob 8 years ago. But like Ina, Carl obviously doesn't believe in retirement either. He can still be found here at the center on Galbraith Road, demonstrating the wares and making sales. Likewise, Ina is no slouch in the sales department.
See, who I have worked for, we've always sold, as well as the profession, whatever we were doing as our job, we also sold.
Which figures, unless someone buys a sewing machine, one has little need for instruction in how to use a sewing machine. Although the machines have changed drastically during Ina's career and new synthetic materials pose different problems, the basics remain the same.
Basically, it hasn't changed. The machine might change a little, but we take care of that before it goes into the sewing room.
Bob Kramer says Ina is an inspiration to younger employees and that she always puts in a full week, Monday through Thursday.
Well, the hours vary, but Wednesday's a long day for her. We open at 9, but she gets in early, run the vac, and get things tidied up. A lot of times she'll be here at 8:30, and she'll have a class sometimes in the morning. Sometimes she'll have a 1 o'clock class, and then every Wednesday she has a 6:30 class. It's supposed to be over at 8:30, but if someone has a problem, she might not get out till 9. So there you've got 12 and a half hours.
It's something for me to do besides sit at home and hold my hands. I just don't want to be like that. If I didn't work here, I would probably teach sewing at home.
Ina finally admitted her closely guarded secret. She is 78 years young. Doesn't she ever plan to retire?
Well, I don't know, as long as I feel as I do now, and not unless Bob Kramer fires me.
My job is to keep her here because she does a great job. She can work, like I said, mandatory retirement here is 101. If she lives beyond, we'll make an exception to the rule.
Ina Skaggs may be assured of a job until age 101, but Todd Whistler has discovered a man who claims